Hey, what's going on? Tripp Kramer here from TrippAdvice.com. I'm in Hollywood, California with my boy Robbie Hemingway from VIP Attraction. And if you've seen past videos, and maybe you've seen that I have done a few videos with Robbie in the past, and he's helped me out to help you text girls. We're talking about texting girls today. So he's got 3 really awesome tips, stuff that is gonna help you when it comes to texting girls and getting them to meet up and feel awesome when they receive a text message from you. So let's get into it. So thanks for being here, man, and sharing some of your tips. I know that you have a lot of programs on texting and are a wealth of information in terms of texting. So
yeah, it is my favorite thing to do other than hang out with you in Hollywood. And it's Friday night, so later on maybe we'll go out and have some fun later on.
Yes, awesome. So let's get into it. What is your first tip in terms of texting girls?
So the first thing that you have to realize before you text a girl, as with pretty much anything else in life that you want to succeed at, is you have to be in the right mindset before you begin the task of texting a girl.
Cool. So what is that mindset?
The mindset is you have to have a goal for that interaction that you're about to have with her. A lot of guys text girls out of boredom. You know, the guys will text girls, oh, hey, what's up? Hey, what are you doing? With no goal in mind. That's the wrong kind of mindset. Your mindset should be, by the end of this conversation I'm gonna have with her, she's either gonna know me better, we're gonna set a date to hang out, or she's coming over. That should be your the 3 things that you want to have happen. Because if you go into a conversation without any sort of direction and in the wrong mindset, let's say you're not feeling that well or you had a bad day, that's gonna come across in texting to the girl, and she's gonna be able to smell it from a mile away. And she's gonna say, wow, this guy's either too aggressive, he's too thirsty, he's boring. So if you can snap yourself into that mode, that primal, like you're a tiger going in for the kill kind of mode, she's gonna sense it and you can have a lot better success.
Yeah, I mean, I take this as you have to have a goal in mind, right? So whatever you're doing in life, whether it's business, whether it's working out, whatever you're trying to do, there should be a goal. And in my opinion, the goal of texting, the mindset should be you are texting this girl to get her to meet up, right? So that was one of the things you said. I think that when you get a girl's number, texting, this is the tool to get in front of her so you guys can get on a date. All right, so let's go into another one. Tell me a big mistake that you see guys make when they're texting girls, like the biggest mistake you've seen.
Now, one of the biggest mistakes that guys make when they're texting women is that you bombard them with information and questions without allowing them the chance to respond in a timely manner. So what I mean by that is, for example, you text a girl a question, and before she has a chance to answer your question, maybe she takes 15, 20 seconds, you're staring at the screen, you ask her another question, and you add something else, and you comment on stuff, and she doesn't have a chance to take a breath and respond to you because you keep hitting her with information that she has to, so she feels overwhelmed, and you do not want to be that guy. There's so many guys out there like that.
Yeah, I think guys get really impatient. I think that's the thing, is they'll ask a question, and if they don't get a response soon enough, they'll ask another question or say something else and not give her a chance to respond.
Yeah, and what it does is it makes you come across as needy.
Yeah.
And neediness is the #1 worst characteristic that you can show a woman that you have, because it makes you look low status, makes it look like you need her for like self-fulfillment.
And you have nothing else going on in your life except for getting the response from this one girl. So that's what you're conveying when you're pounding her with text messages.
Yeah, one good example I always use is, if you have ever seen like a really good surgeon or a really good doctor, they're not always available. Why? Because they're important, they're doing stuff. You can't just go see them, you have to set an appointment. But if you're always available to the point where you're asking her questions over and over again, she's gonna say, wow, isn't he doing anything with himself? Like, is he doing anything important, or is he just bothering me all day?
Okay, so we've gone into an important mindset. We've gone into one of the biggest mistakes that you see guys make. Now, what's an action step or something they can do to get a response from her?
So one thing that you wanna have happen in all your conversations with women is you wanna be the source of enjoyment, of excitement. So how do you do that? And one of the ways that I always teach my guys to do it is you take her from whatever situation she's in, and you always put her in a better place mentally. So let's say, for instance, she's at work, okay? If you ask her, how's work? well, you're not going to get a positive response. She's not excited to talk about that. That's work. It's boring. It's dull.
And you're also asking her to entertain you. Whenever you're just throwing out questions like that, especially as an opener via text message, you're just asking her to do work so you can sit back.
Yeah. How's work is like, I don't want to put any effort into texting.
Right.
But the first thing comes to mind is how's work. It's very boring.
Yeah.
So what I always teach my guys to do is take them out of where they're at. She doesn't want to be at work. So instead of telling her asking her how's work, ask her what she's going to be doing for fun this weekend. And then once she tells you that, maybe she has a plan, then you can start asking her about what she's going to do when she's having fun. So for instance, she's going to go to a concert. Oh, that's perfect. What kind of music is it? Oh, it's this artist. Oh, great. Now you have a wealth of information that you can use to start poking around and finding out more about her. But you want to ask her, what are you going to wear to this concert? Like, what do people wear? Do you wear short shorts? Do you wear this? And now she's starting to think of herself at the concert, and you're the vessel that's taking her there while she's still at work being bored. And it could work for any situation. If she's at the DMV, if she's at somewhere, you can always want to be the source of excitement. So she's excited to talk to you. Like, oh, we're going to go on an adventure today, you know, and you take her there, and she will want to actively have you text her.
So what I'm hearing with this is basically you want to train her in such a way where she knows that if she's going to receive a text message from you, it's going to be something that is going to be interesting. It's not going to be talking about problems. I know we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Don't talk about problems via text message. And it's very easy to do that, right? Like a girl will be like, oh, I've had such a bad day, or I'm so stressed, blah, blah, blah. Right? So what's your advice for that? If it starts to go negative.
Yeah, you don't want to be her counselor. You want to be the object of her sexual desire. So if you start talking and hearing about her problems just to help her, then you're going to become her counselor. And girls don't want to bang their counselor, right? Unless they're weird. But for the most part, they don't. So what you want to do is you want to end it. It's a method I call empathize and diffuse. So let's say she says, oh, I've had such a bad day at work. My boss was screaming at me all day. Oh, and instead of saying, oh, well, that sucks, I'm sorry, don't apologize because you had nothing to do with it. Don't be the source of it. You could say something like, well, hopefully his voice goes out so you won't have to hear him for 3 days. Hey, by the way, I hear the way to cure stress is by drinking. So where are we going to go drink later? Something like that. You empathize and you diffuse it into a better situation.
So guys, there you go. Use those tips. Think about those the next time that you're texting a girl. And if you want more tips from Mr. Robbie over here, I want you to go to youtube.com/VIP attraction. If I got that wrong for some reason, we'll put the right link in the description below. Click that, check out his stuff. He has great information more about texting and dating. Thanks for being here, man.
Thank you for being here, man.